So guys, today I'm going to show you where to install a block heater, coolant heater, inline heater, frost heater, whatever you want to call it, on a Mark IV diesel, either the ALH or the BEW. Very simple to install, very easy, very effective. I'll show you. What you want to do is you're going to, under here where you have your coolant flange, where your temperature sensor housing is, you're going to see there's a pipe, a coolant line coming from the oil cooler, going all the way up to that housing there. You can't see it properly, but if I put the camera down, you'll be able to see what hose I'm talking about. Not really, can't see it. Oh, there we go. That hose there, where the clamp is. Follow that hose, is going to go all the way down to the oil cooler. Now, what you want to do is you take yourself any round frost heater, and you're going to splice from the lower hose of the oil cooler, where I'm pointing, the oil cooler housing, to the low end of the frost heater, and the top hose is going to go up to that coolant flange that I was talking about. The way I tied this frost heater, it's a bit of a long frost heater. It's a bit deep. This is a 1000 watt thermostatically controlled. The way I mounted it is I clamped it, very hard to see. I clamped it with a collar, you can kind of see it, to the radiator fan arm, the lower radiator fan arm, like that. You can see it right now, the metal band holding that frost heater over there. You only need one. It's going to be a bit on an angle, but it's okay. Just make sure that the hose coming from the oil cooler really goes down to connect into the frost heater. That's the point. You want this to work with gravity. You want this to work with convection, by convection. So cold air is going to automatically drop, and cold water will automatically drop, and hot water will automatically rise. You see, holding one clamp, if you try and move it, it's pretty solid. It's not going anywhere. I had to use a copper pipe to extend the pipe over here. That's all I had on hand before the winter. I could have put a plastic pipe, and I don't really plan to because it doesn't really seem to be leaking. So, that being said, you plug this in. This is a 1000 amp. You plug it in for about an hour at minus 20, 25, and you can put your hand on the valve cover, and you can put your hand on the vacuum pump, and you won't be able to keep your hand there. That's for sure. I find that plugging this in for 3 hours at minus 20, minus 25 Celsius, you put your hand on the intake manifold and you cannot keep your hand there. There's no water in the intake manifold, all by convection, very hot. Any upper hose you're going to go put your hands on, you will get burnt. That's how effective it is. One thing, you cannot plug this in for half an hour, 20 minutes only, because what's going to happen is that it's going to warm up the water where the temperature sensor is, fool the computer, and the glow plugs won't go on, and you're going to have a very hard time starting the car. Minimum 1 hour before leaving. Plugging this in, and it's perfect. That's the proper way to install a frost heater. This is not a frost heater brand. It's a very old one, but it's very effective. And that's it. Took maybe 1 hour to install. Easier if you remove the battery and the battery tray. You have much easier access to go past your clamp over there and everything. And that's it. An hour's work, and you're set for winter. Good luck.